I need your help with Samsung dehumidifier error codes.
While they make great TVs and DVRs, their low-tech stuff is nowhere near as good.
That doesn't tell me what the errors mean or how to get the unit going good again.
The E1 error code is for a problem with the humidity sensor. First try to dry the sensor and see if it reads correctly.
I have no idea where the humidity sensor is.
You need to take the screws off to remove the cover. Then you can take the sensor off the coil to replace it if the error does not go away if you dry it. If that doesn't work, you can replace the sensor.
At least the sensor is cheaper than a new dehumidifier.
Before you start shopping, know that error E1 can come up if the coils are freezing. If the coils are freezing, first replace the filter so it gets enough air movement, then check to see if the unit has a refrigerant leak.
I know the manual says to clean the air filter every 2 weeks. How could a refrigerant leak mess up a humidity sensor?
A refrigerant leak can cause more humidity in the air around the coil and cause it to think humidity in the room itself is too high.
What does it mean if it beeps twice every few seconds?
That's an alarm of some sort. Check the water bucket to see if it needs to be emptied.
I thought it might mean that the unit was leaking refrigerant.
Most dehumidifiers don't have a sensor like that, though your air conditioner might. On a dehumidifier, you'll know it is losing refrigerant because it ices up at one particular spot before no longer getting cold.
I thought there would be an obvious error code for a full bucket.
For most Samsung dehumidifiers, it would be a bucket full indicator flashing. It is a light under the humidity display, not an error code.
What other notices do I need to look out for?
The fan speed button lets you run the unit to run with low airflow or higher airflow. The continuous run button tells it to run all the time.
The controls are obvious.
The self-dry button is something you can select after clearing the airflow to help dry it out, assuming you've emptied the water bucket.
I think I've done that, but I'll check.
You won't get an error if the dehumidifier dies with a power disruption, though you have to reset the off timer in that case.
I don't use the off timer.
If you are adjusting controls and it isn't working, the problem may be that you're adjusting the humidity level or fan speed. You have to hit the on-off button to set it.
What other errors can I try to resolve myself?
I haven't seen any other error codes specific to the Samsung, but F2 or E2 usually means a problem with the evaporator coil temperature sensor.
That usually shuts the unit off if it is overheating.
P1 is a common error for a dehumidifier defrosting, but that goes away when it defrosts, though it may come back if there's a refrigerant leak.
Then I need to get it repaired for a refrigerant leak.